In Maryland, 31.2% of homes sold above asking price last month, while 24.1% saw price drops. These contradicting stats are confusing buyers and sellers across the state. If you're trying to figure out whether to buy now, wait, or put your home on the market in 2025, you need to understand what these numbers really mean. I'm breaking down exactly what defines today's market and what smart moves you should make right now. Have you been trying to make sense of these conflicting housing market signals? Let's clear things up. I know it can be super confusing when you hear one expert saying it's the perfect time to sell, while another one is warning buyers to wait it out. Navigating these signals is like trying to tune into a fuzzy radio station where nothing is quite clear. The truth is, Maryland's housing market in 2025 is sending some seriously mixed signals. On one hand, we're seeing home prices continuing to climb. They're up by 4.9% compared to last year. But on the other hand, homes are sitting on the market longer than they have in years. So what's really going on? Is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? Understanding these metrics is simpler than it appears, and I'll show you how. Let me walk you through what's actually happening. First, let's talk inventory levels. Right now, Maryland has about 10,000 homes available for sale. This translates to only 2 months of supply. For context, a balanced real estate market typically has between 5 to 6 months of supply. When we're below that, it means demand is still outpacing supply. More buyers than available homes. This is our primary indicator that we're still in a seller's market. Next, let's examine days on market. The current average in Maryland is 46 days, which highlights our market's evolution. During the pandemic frenzy, homes sold in just days or even hours. So compared to that craziness, 46 days feels like an eternity. But from a historical perspective, this is still relatively quick. Pre-pandemic homes would commonly sit on the market for 90 plus days in a balanced market. Then there's sale to list price ratio, currently at 99.8% in Maryland. This means homes are selling for almost exactly what sellers are asking, not significantly above or below. This is actually a healthy sign, showing that sellers are pricing appropriately and buyers are willing to pay fair market value. I want you to really think about what this means. The market is cooling off from the pandemic frenzy, but we're not in a buyer's market yet. We're seeing some regional shifts. In the DC metro area and parts of Maryland near DC, inventory has jumped 56% from last year. That's double the national average. With more homes on the market and fewer buyers, of course, part and due to the federal layoffs, prices have pulled back slightly. It's a small shift, but it suggests that the market might be starting to tilt just a little more toward buyers. Understanding these metrics isn't just interesting, it's the foundation for making smart decisions, whether you're buying or selling. The numbers definitely show that Maryland is technically still in a seller's market, but with clear early signs of balancing. That extreme advantage that sellers had during the pandemic is fading out, and it's giving buyers a bit more breathing room. With buyers finally getting that wiggle room to negotiate, you might be surprised to learn where the real opportunities are hiding. That 24% of Maryland homes with price reductions last month isn't just a random statistic. It's a signal that smart buyers can gain the upper hand in certain situations, even in what's technically still a seller's market. Let me tell you about our clients who found their dream home last month after it had been sitting on the market for 52 days. We were able to negotiate thousands off the asking price simply by understanding the timing psychology I'm about to share with you. Those 46 days on market are your secret weapon. Selling a home is like running a marathon. Most sellers start strong, but energy fades the longer it drags on. Around the 6-week mark, fatigue sets in. That's when motivation changes and your negotiation power increases. Start targeting homes that have been listed for 45 days or longer. These are your prime negotiation candidates. Get pre-approved with the strongest financing possible so you're ready to act when you find the right opportunity. And don't hesitate to make offers below asking, including contingencies on these longer listed properties. The buyers winning in today's market aren't the ones throwing out the highest offers. They're the ones playing it smart and staying patient. Imagine landing your dream home for thousands less just because you timed it right. Even in a seller's market, motivation shifts when a specific home isn't selling as quickly as expected. That strategic patience buyers are using, it's creating a new challenge for sellers who thought they could still name their price and get multiple offers overnight. Nearly 1 in 4 sellers ended up dropping their initial asking price last month, which tells us something important about today's market reality. If you're planning to sell in 2025, it's time to adjust those expectations that might have been shaped by stories from friends who sold during the pandemic frenzy. Let's talk about what that 99.8% sale to list ratio actually means for you. On the surface, it sounds great. Homes are selling for almost exactly what sellers are asking. But dig deeper and you'll find this number reflects the final list price, often after adjustments have already been made. This reinforces why your initial pricing strategy is absolutely critical. Get it wrong and you might join the growing percentage of sellers watching their homes sit while buyers simply wait you out. I'm seeing this play out with my clients every week. The sellers succeeding right now understand they're not in the same market as 2022. With homes now spending more time on the market, buyers have the luxury of being choosy about condition and presentation. This means proper staging and presentation isn't just a nice to have anymore. It's a must. Remember when you could list a home with minimal effort and still get multiple offers? Those days are long gone. Today's buyers are walking away from properties that aren't move-in ready or at least thoughtfully presented. The increase in inventory means they simply have more options and they're using that as leverage. The sun came out. Well, guys, here's what's working right now. Strategic renovations that deliver the real return on investment. I'm not talking about full kitchen overhauls or luxury bathroom makeovers, just a mini facelift with smart, cost-effective updates. In Maryland, refreshed kitchens and bathrooms consistently yield the highest returns. Before you list, ask yourself, does my home stand out against similar properties in my neighborhood? Remember, you're not competing with the entire Maryland market. You're competing with homes just like yours right in your area. This is why neighborhood level data is so crucial. While Maryland as a whole shows certain trends, your specific community might be performing differently. Take time to analyze recent comparable sales in your immediate area, but not just the asking price, but the final sales price and how long these properties sat on the market. The most surprisingly success strategy I'm seeing, pricing slightly below comparable sales. This might sound counterintuitive, but consider the psychology. A competitively priced home generates immediate interest and often multiple offers that drive the price up naturally. Compare this to starting high, sitting on the market for weeks, making a price reduction later, which buyers interpret as weakness, and ultimately selling for less than you would have with a strategic initial price. It's somewhat similar to an auction strategy. Start low enough to get people in the door and let the market decide the true value. This approach has consistently outperformed the high price and reduce strategy, especially as buyers become increasingly sophisticated about tracking price reductions and days on market. So we've looked at all the data, and what does it tell us? The market remains tilted in sellers' favor, but it's definitely starting to show those cracks that buyers can leverage. Here's the thing. I meet so many clients who are consistently trying to predict the market. They want to predict the perfect moment to jump in. What experts are telling us is that waiting for ideal conditions can actually cost you more money in the long run. Timing the market is a fool's errand. It's better to buy when you are ready than to wait for perfect conditions. That might be the most valuable advice you hear today, because the truth is no one can predict the market perfectly, but you know when it's the right time for your life. So if you're feeling ready financially, emotionally, and with a clear sense of your goals, don't wait for a headline to tell you it's the right time. Thanks for sticking around until the end. I'm Vallario, an award-winning real estate agent here in Maryland. If you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or relocating to Maryland, I'd love to help. My contact info is in the description box below. And if you're not in Maryland, no worries. I can still personally connect you with a top agent that I trust and that I've vetted in your area. Just fill out the quick form below and we'll take it from there. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.